There we go. That's what I want to see. Cool beans. Let me pull up my stuff. Let's get you guys rocking. Nope, this one's me. I'm just pulling up Phenom software so we can get rocking. So give me 1 second while I log in. All right. Ready? When everybody can see my screen, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know that we're all can see my screen. So, because today is going to be useless if you can't see my screen. Screen 4. Perfect. All right. Let me know if you can see my screen. All right. Awesome. Let's get rocking and rolling. So when I go over the software, there's going to be instances where I'll get up and I'll walk to the board. I actually have like a smart board type of thing where I can go up and write on the board. So if you ever see me disappear off of the camera, I'm usually on the board writing on the board. If anybody can turn on a camera, please do. I would like to see your faces. It's always nice to see everybody in the morning. We're all here. Let's join each other's company. Cool thing is we're about to go live. So the recording that we're going to give you is going to happen right now. So just bear with me 2 seconds as I do that. No, and create a broadcast. Perfect. All right. So perfect. We're live right now, which means the recording for this will be live as soon as we're done with class. So it's live right now, but the recording, when you're asking me for the recordings, will be live as soon as you're done. So basic class, when I start with this, the first thing I'm going to teach you, if you guys have any questions that you want to go over, okay, any frequently asked questions, go to the little person in the corner and it says FAQs. That'll pull it up. I don't read these anymore because you guys are adults. You can read through this. Now, FAQs over here, same spot. Now, majority of the stuff I do go over and I go over in detail. So that's why we don't read it anymore. Because it becomes redundant. So the most important line in the software when you're getting started is this. This line is important because it tells you who you are. It tells you your username and email address that you logged into the software with, and then it tells you a general attack. So the general attack or token is the currency that is utilized, okay, to pay the currency that is utilized to pay for the software. All right, cool. Sorry, I was reading a question in the chat. It is the currency and currency that's used to pay the AI to generate a letter for you. Okay, so what does that mean? When you're generating a letter for either yourself or your clients or anybody that you're working with, right? You need to pay a currency to the AI to actually generate that letter for you. And how does that work? So one token can generate one letter for that specific month, okay, that you're working on. So how does it, what does it generate? So if you have 100 negative items on your account, it can generate an unlimited amount of email, unlimited amount of letters, and an unlimited amount of pages. So I'm gonna change this again. Say it again. If you have 100 items, right? Or let's say unlimited negative items, it will generate an unlimited amount of letters and an unlimited amount of pages for that negative item. So let's break it down into numbers so everybody understands. If you have 100 negative items, at maximum will generate 300 pages and over 3,000 pages and 300 letters. I'm going to say that again because I screwed that up. 100 negative items will generate 300 letters and 3,000 pages. It's unlimited. Now, that's at a base. On a higher, it could generate 30,000 pages depending on what type of negatives they are. So the system fluctuates with the negative items that you have. Okay. Now, what does that mean? If you have 10 negative items, it could generate 30 letters and could generate 300 pages. The software does have a full community. It's called M2 monetization. So if you click here on it'll bring you to the Facebook community and you can join the Facebook community. Everybody that's in this room, no matter if you're with Darius, Schmitty, anybody, get in this room, guys, because there's people like you that are going, doing things, answering questions. So that's a good place to be. Have any technical issues? This is how you get a support ticket or how you write a support ticket. Literally, you click add a support ticket and then I'll go here. It opens up another page for you. And then the walkthrough schedule. The walkthrough schedule is Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m., Saturday at 11 a.m., which you're usually here with me. No trading on holidays. Okay. So Monday is Miss Deborah. Tuesday is Miss Deborah. Me, I'm on Wednesday. Thursday is Miss Deborah, and I'm on Saturday. I teach 2 of the classes over here for basic training. And then I have my own private class on Friday afternoon that I teach that you guys are more than welcome to join. I'll let you guys know how to get into that class on Friday as we go through training. Only for the Phenom software do they have a one-on-one walkthrough. But for the people here that know that if you're printing with my team, you have every avenue to get your own one-on-one with my team. We offer that free of charge. Okay. I do not go over the get started section, and this is the reason. It's just videos. You're going to have all the videos to go back over here after we're done with the way that I teach you how to do it. These are some basic videos that they go over just to give you how do I say this? Like a refresher in case you guys get lost. But I go over things a little more in depth and I explain things to you guys a little more in depth. If you guys jumped ahead and got into the software before and you watched the subscription video and everything, I promise you're going to change what you got when we go over everything in a minute. So I am going to get to the pricing section. I'm going to go over this. I am going to get up. Can everybody see the screen? Yes, no, maybe so. Perfect. Okay. I am going to get up, ladies and gentlemen. Let me not let the camera follow me. Cool. All right, let's rock. So when I do this, when I go over this pricing section with everybody, right, I break this down in such a way where people have to understand what the breakdown is. So here's the difference that I do it from everybody else. I tell you what the best package is and what the worst package is. And it's not that it's worse, it's called the downgrade package. So this is just where I'm starting. Every package downgrades into this package. Every package downgrades into this package. This package is not the package you start with. Why? You start at $97 on your first GA. You will generate your letter wrong. I'm telling you this now. You will do it twice. It's going to cost you $177. I know that because I can tell you that from the other side, not from the software, but from the printing side. We send more iron packages back than any other package. Okay. So check this out. In total, one token, if you buy it separately, is $40. So these are 3 tokens plus the initial one that's in here because this only gives you one. It's just $217. The same package that includes 4 tokens. This is 8, 17, 30, and 100 is $147. Now, I don't know about everybody in this room, but I like saving money, especially right before Christmas. Okay? I like saving money and getting more bang for my buck. So when I say over here, this is the best package. And if you bought anything else, it is okay. What you will learn today is I will teach you how to generate it properly. Get this package for 2 months and then downgrade to the iron package. That is the key of the system. Once you generate some tokens, once you generate the ability to get some in the bank, some tokens in the bank, you're good to rock and roll because the tokens roll over every single month. The GAs roll over every single month, so you don't have to worry about anything. So it's not like you're paying for it and you lose it. Hey, if you got 10 clients, right? You could start here, right? Because each of these, this one handles 1 to 2 clients. This handles 2 to 4, 10, 15, and 50. Now, why do I give that breakdown that way? I give that breakdown that way because I give you a mess up. I give you a mess up. So if this is 4, the maximum that you can handle is 2. You get 2. But what have I seen in this software? I've seen in this software one person takes 3 GAs and then they're left on person number 2 with 1 GA, but they got it right by the 3rd GA. So I've seen so much happen in this software where that's why we go over all the things that can happen. That's why I break these numbers down. My thing is for you to have success and always do what's right for your pocket. If your pocket only can afford this, come into 3-4 classes. Watch the videos that I give you on YouTube 15, 20 times. Make sure that you go over it 100 times before you generate that GA, because you're literally going to buy another one until you get it right. So that's the key. When you have to generate that letter, you have to make sure that you're doing it right. So everybody that's in here, if you bought the iron package, don't worry about it. I'm going to teach you how to get through it. But if you haven't bought a package yet, always start here. I don't care if you got 10 people. If you got 10 people, well, truth be told, if you do have 10 people, then start here. But if you got people that you're working with, always go in that number. Always go in that ratio and understand. I take the numbers and I try to divide it by half. Try to give you guys a little more numbers that you can work with. These packages, as you go higher, I'm going to tell you something right here. These packages, as you go higher, it becomes easier. Really, that number can go up, but I want to give it to you on a conservative basis where I'm saying, hey, this is what is the potential to happen. Hey, you may come in, you may be able to handle, and I'm just saying on this package of 30, you may be able to handle 22 people. Okay, give yourself eight GAs to mess up on. You may be able to handle 22 people. You may be able to handle 25 people. But if I cut it down by half and you are able to handle more, you're going to be a pig and poop. Because that's the key. We want to make sure that we set you up for success. Now, I'm going to come back to the screen. Does anybody have... G, you don't have to upgrade. You don't have to upgrade. Just what I would say is get done with that GA, then upgrade. And that's the key. When you finish, you generate your letter. If you did it wrong, then do me a favor, stop. Don't go buy a GA. Just come to this package and buy another GA at that point. Buy the bronze package. That's the key. Because if you're sitting here and you're going to be like, oh, crap, let me upgrade now. You didn't generate anything. Generate your letter. What happens if you did it right on the first one? Well, hey, next month, you just go to 147. You're good. But don't upgrade at the beginning if there's no need to. All right, guys. To buy an extra GA, I can't do it in Dion software. You have to go to purchase additional GAs, and it will tell you. And as you guys can see, one GA or gas is $40. So I'm not lying to anybody. I'm showing you guys the truth. It's $40. So that's it. Now, this next section is very serious because of the credit report. I'm going to show you guys how to pull the credit report over here today. Okay. But we have to get a specific report. And the way that you get a specific report is when you go into your system, you click My Free Score Now. It doesn't matter whose logo it is on here, but it has to be from them because it's unlocked. They have the Epic Pro report unlocked from My Free Score Now. If you don't get that Epic Pro report, you're shooting yourself in the foot. That's what the software utilizes to create the most aggressive attack. So that's what we need to make sure that we're utilizing. So make sure when you go into the software, you see credit report, you utilize that one over there. Okay. Reports and scoreboards. When you take your client, come over here and you put Epic Pro report. Literally, you select your client. I know I'm jumping ahead over here because you guys, well, I didn't set up my client. How do I get here? Once you set up your client, you can pull your information in over here. But you can see their accounts, their closed accounts, delinquencies, derogatories, inquiries, and public records. So you'll see what's here on the client's information. That's just something simple just to give you a little bit of what's going on, their scores and everything. All right. Everybody that can take a pen and paper out, take it out now. Everybody that needs something to be recorded, everybody that's driving, pull over if you have to. This is where everybody makes mistakes. I'm going to give y'all 30 seconds to get yourself right. Okay. Because this is where we need to focus. This is where everybody messes up. I'm not telling you guys no. This is where everybody messes up. 110%. This is where everybody messes up. So this is where I am going to go in depth and I will ask questions to everybody that's here. So get your pen, get your paper out, get your information. I'm going to go over everything in depth over here. I'm going to show you how to add a profile properly. Where'd I put my pen? Hold on, wait. I can't do anything until I find my pen. Shit. All right. So we're going to click add profile first. And when we click add profile, you're going to be taken out to this screen. So guys, when we're on this screen, you're going to have a conversation with your client or yourself. Okay. And the first conversation that you're having with yourself or your client is this. Hey, I don't know my address. I don't know my social security number. I don't know my name and my date of birth. Why? Why do I say that, guys? Why do you think I say that? Put it in the chat. Why do you think I say that? Okay, I can't wait to see this colorful stuff of what people are going to think. Why I said I found it. It's in my pocket. Put it in the chat. What do you think? Not necessarily, Kendo. I'm talking even think about yourself. I'm saying that you don't know your own information. Missing items. True. Because when we know something, we normally screw it up because it's not what we know. It's about how we put it into the system. Is not how I present myself. That's true. Ralph, that's a good one, Ralph. A lot of people put their information into the system and put it incorrectly right off the bat. For example, let me ask everybody over here, put a 1 in the chat if you have a middle name, how many times do you fill your middle name out on applications or something, or just put an abbreviation? Put a 1 in the chat if you put your full middle name. Never. See? See? Technically, that's not your name. Your name is first, middle, last, and if you have a suffix, your suffix. What people don't do is they don't fill it out in its entirety. Never. So what are you doing? So when the information gets pulled from one place to another and they start doing X, Y, and Z, excuse me, start doing X, Y, and Z, what happens is they don't ever fill out their documentation correctly, which means realistically, your information that is reported to the bureaus is not reported correctly. So when I do this, when I told you to focus on this way, right off the bat, I am going to show you how to make all your documentation and everything accurate. Because if you don't make it accurate, right, you're going to create a problem. So let me get up. Let me do this. Okay. I'm going to break everything down by color. What is that specific point that you're going to go off of, what you're going to do, okay, and how you're going to do it. Ready? So this is my first box. This is the only thing I'm focusing on in this box. This is going to be ID. ID or driver's license or passport. Now, let me ask you a question. Put it in the chat. What do you think out of those three pieces of ID is the most powerful one? Put it in the chat. Good job. Date of birth. Passport. Perfect. Good job. Passport. Everybody that's saying passport, you're 100% right. Passport's the most powerful. Why? Does anybody know why? I'll tell you why. Because there's no address on the passport. I don't like the ID. I don't like the driver's license. But if you don't have it, it's okay. You focus on your ID and your driver's license. So first thing I'm going to do, it's going to be first underscore middle. Okay. Space, or not underscore, space is the middle name. And this is going to be suffix. Okay. Ready? Watch this. John Joe Smith Jr. Date of birth is 01/01/1990. Oh my God, John Joe Smith's about to have a birthday. Junior is about to have a birthday. Check this out. That's done. Now, what are people going to do when they have their ID? Oh, I'm going to go fill out my address. How many people right now are thinking I'm going to use my ID and go fill out their address? Put a 1 in the chat. Don't lie. Space, Ivy, space, 1. Here's the thing. That's where you make your mistake. That's why I turn around and I tell people, do not do not think you remember your name. Do not use the certain documents to do everything, because majority of the people, their ID and their document, their proof of address do not match up. So when they don't match up, what happens? Now you're literally sending a document in that's improper, and then you get this letter that's not a stall letter. It's actually a document, request for document letter that says that you've sent in improper documents. So when I do this, I take this information, ID, driver's license, passport, I put it down and I don't look at it again. Here's the next box. This is what we're utilizing over here. Social Security card. W-2. First page taxes. That's it. That's it. Put your Social Security number in. Okay? Put your phone number in. Now, this is for the software purposes. You don't have to, it's not required, but I just doing it to fill it out. Last piece over here. Now, I'm going to give you guys a gem that comes directly from the credit bureau in this class. I used to have a long list of stuff that I used to give you guys for this section, and I don't do that anymore because I found what the credit bureau is looking for when you say. Now, POA stands for power of attorney. POA also stands for proof of address. So what you do is, for your proof of address, or POA, you're going to put first page bank statement. Don't white anything out. Don't do anything. They want the first page of the bank statement in its entirety. Why? You cannot defraud a bank statement. A bank statement is very hard to defraud. A bank statement is very hard to get by. You understand what I'm trying to say? They can tell if the document is fraudulent. Unlike a T-Mobile bill where you just change the person's name, okay? That's very easy because T-Mobile doesn't put anything on the first page. They just put their logo on the person's name. So that's why they want you to utilize a bank statement. That's a gem. Not many people are telling you that. Okay. So now when you fill it out, you fill out everything in its entirety. So we're at 8 North West 12th Street. APT, I don't have room, 2B. Okay. Now this is just for people that have this because they're going to, I live in New York. So in New York, you have Manhattan, which is the same thing as New York City, or / New York, New York. I'm just gonna put NY, right? And this is NY. And then this is the zip code is 10038. Okay. So now what? Why did I put 2 cities there? Because people say, well, I live in Manhattan. You technically do. You really do. But if your proof of address says New York, you put New York. If your proof of address says Manhattan, you put Manhattan. So for this one, argument's sake, I live in New York. My ID says New York, right? My ID says New York. My city is New York, right? But my proof of address says Manhattan. Well, guess what? This, okay? This does not work. We are utilizing Manhattan. You understand that? So I know Miami's one. Okay, West Miami and Miami. Okay, same thing. I know there's East Cleveland and Cleveland. I know there's a couple of places that I've dealt with in printing that people, even Chicago. Chicago's got a crazy one where the zip codes are one number apart from each one. It don't matter. The zip code's got to match the proof of address. It does not matter how you go about it. It has to match perfectly. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, perfect. I'm going to delete the drawing off and we're going to scroll down. Now, when you come to upload your documents, you remember how I told you your documents are on the top? That's why I take a screenshot of that where it says bank statements, everything. You're just going to follow along. This is going to be your identification, your passport, your driver's license, or your ID. This is going to be your social security card, your SSC, first page of taxes. Do not put your passport or green card in here. It will get spit back to you. First page of taxes, W-2 or social security card. And then this one will be your bank statement. That's it. Click save and it will create the profile. So let me show you what a profile looks like. So this is what the perfect profile looks like. Everybody see that? Everybody see how the perfect profile looks? Now, everybody doesn't have different names, different things. Okay. Now, different driver's license from when this person lives. And I'm going to get up and I'm going to zoom in on this in a second. But check this out. This person was from Topeka, Kansas, right? And we did this purposefully. Okay. This is their driver's license from Topeka, Kansas, but they live in California. I was going to say Connecticut. They live in California. There's their bank statement. Now I'm going to get up and I'm going to scroll in on the address so everybody can see it, right? There you go. Now, again, these are sample documents, so I can't find everything to be perfect, but just giving you guys the idea of how I follow it. Okay. So now this is 11693 Sheldon Street, Sunnyvale Valley, California, right? Well, let's go up to the top. 11693 Sheldon Street. We spell it out. Sunny Valley. It has a space. California, 9135. We do it perfectly. Now, this client, I also put a passport card for you guys to see the passport card if you have one. And as you can see, it says place of birth, New York, right? It doesn't say address or anything. That's why this piece is the gem over here, guys. That's why we utilize a passport over everything else. Okay. And they cannot deny it because it is a federal document. It is actually more potent than the driver's license or your state identification card because it's federal and you can get around the world with this document. Make sense, guys? Cool. Cool. Now, whenever you utilize the software, do not hit back. Do not move over. Always click save. When you go to this screen, you come here. Now, why did I leave that? Because I want to show you guys how to pull in the MFSN report. Okay. Please, everybody here, take notes. It is a little bit tedious. Okay. It's not hard, but it's just tedious. Okay. Ray's going to drop in the chat what I run, but this is how you have to do it. First off, I'm going to make sure that I don't have a report in this. Nope, there's no report here. Okay, perfect. I'm going to click upload MFSN report. If you don't see this on your screen, there should be a little scroll bar. You can scroll to the right. When I click upload MFSN report, it's going to bring me to this screen. Look what it says. Log into your member area. So I'm going to click this link. I'm going to log into my member area. So this is my username and password for my free score now. I think that's my password. Yep, that's my password. Okay, I'm going to sit right here. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to go back to the software and it says navigate to the following URL. I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to go back here. I'm just going to click this over that. And I'm going to hit enter. It's going to bring this crap up on the screen. This is code. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray dropped the attendance sheet in the classroom. Everybody filled out that attendance sheet, please. We want to keep track on who's coming to class and what we're doing to make sure that everybody's good. Ray just dropped it in the chat. Okay. He just sent me a message. For everybody that's here, you see this? This is code. This is what we call backend code. All you're going to do on this page is you're going to click on the page to make sure that it's selected. You're going to hit Control A or Command A on your Macs, Command C or Control C to copy. And then you're going to go to the Phenom software or the M2 software, and you're going to hit Control V. What happens here is nobody can, now you copy that code all into the software, and you're going to click Save. I'm going to do it one more time after this to make sure. If somebody doesn't understand, please put out on understand, but I'm going to keep it nice and easy again. Ready? I'm going to delete it out of the software. I'm going to go back to the screen, or back to the whatchamacallit, back to the main page. I'm going to click Upload MFSN report. I'm going to log into the software, right? You saw me log in. Okay, here we go. I logged in. I'm going to click the following URL. I'm going to copy that link. Actually, let's see. Can I open it up in a new window? Let's see if that works. Oh, shit. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you could just open up a new tab. Control A or Command A, Command C or Control C, and then back to Phenom and hit Control V paste or right click paste. Everybody good with that? Put a 1 in the chat. If you're not good with that, please put a 2 in the chat. Oh, let me save this. And the way that you know that it's done correctly, the way that you know that everything is perfect, is you will see it says Epic Pro Report V2. Ryan Brown, where are you lost? Yes, Ralph. Hold on. Yes, Ralph. What's up, Ralph?
All right. So this process new to pull the FSN? My free
Yep.
score now?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Because I was a little confused what you were doing there. All right, I just wanted to clarify. All right, sounds good.
Got you. Joe, yours doesn't do that because you're going here and updating the report over here. I saw the picture that you sent in our community yesterday. You need to not update your report over here. You need to go over here and update it here. And when you see over here that that number is correct, that's where you're good. So let's run that one more time. Okay. Nobody, I'm gonna tell everybody over here because everybody makes this mistake on this stupid program. Is the one reason that I do not like this, and I never like Smart Credit, because they put their TransUnion score updater right here, and it only updates TransUnion. Everybody goes, "Well, I have my credit score." No, you don't, because the real thing that we need is the 3 bureau score, which is here or up here. So you got to make sure your 3 bureau score, mine's 12.4, right? So I'm going to delete this and let's run it again. Ready? Yours says MFSN default report. That means you didn't get the Epic Pro report. I will call my free score now. Check with them to make sure that you have that default report on that Epic Pro report unlocked. Okay, that's why I said make sure you go through the people that you got it, because if they don't have that Epic Pro report unlocked, you're not going to get the most aggressive attack. So let's do this again one more time. I deleted the report, right? We don't see the report. I'm going to go back to manage all users. I'm going to click upload MFSN report. So the cool part is, literally, I'm going to run it again. Ready? I click this link. It brings me to the screen. I'm logged in. If you're not logged in, log in. Then I come over here. I'm going to click this link. It opens up the gibberish, right? After it opens up the gibberish, ready? I click on the screen, Control A, Control C, and then Control V, or Command A, Command C, Command V. And then I hit save. And then it should say the reporting date and the Epic Pro Report V2. Do we still need me to run that one more time? All right, guys. Again, Rashad, it doesn't matter if it says that. You can pull it 1,000 times. And if you don't have the Epic Pro report unlocked, you need to call My Free Score now and get them to unlock it. That means you went through another way that it never unlocked. Okay. So you need to call them and get that. You have to unlock that for you. That's why I told everybody to go this way and do this way. Cool. All right. One more time. Here we go. I'm going to delete it. Go back to manage all users. Let me close this down again. I'm going to click upload MFSN report. I'm literally going to click. Here's the client's information. I'm going to literally click the next link. It opens up the gibberish. Control A, Control C, Control V. Again, Command A, Command C, Command V for all you Mac users. I hit save and I'm done. Let's go. We're almost there. I'm going to make this easy for everybody. I showed you how to pull your credit report in. You have SMS and emails over here, but a lot of people don't get them. I'm going to be honest with you. But if you do get that package and how you purchase those credits are up here where it says add credits. Okay. You can send out emails and text through the software, SMS and email right here. And the way that you do and build those things out is called the communication portal. So you have your text messages will come here, your emails will come here, and your templates are built in here. Your support tickets will come in here, and your PAMS invoices from other PAMS providers will come in here. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not send PAM invoices in here. I send them directly to your cell phone. Now, if you guys are printing with me, if you guys are printing with me, always include your information on the document when you're doing it. And what I mean by that is when you're coming over here into the send rounds of attack, and I might as well get started over there. When we go get a send rounds of attack, and you're going to send off a document, right? So let's just show you. So if I have a client, Karen, we've already generated something for her. I go over here and I want to send out my order to be printed. You see all this data over here? You don't include your client information, include yours. Why? You are the person that generated the letter. If you did it wrong, right? If you did it wrong, you don't want your client understanding that you did it wrong. If you did it for a family member, you don't want to look dumb in front of a family member. You don't want to look dumb in front of anybody. So you just got to make sure you put your information. When you're done and you get that invoice, and you're like, I'm not paying this invoice, send that text message to them. That's all you got to do. It's got the link and everything, and they'll pay for it. So you don't have to worry about nothing. But know that if I'm having communications with you, every single person in here, and you're working with me, make sure that we are working together. And then if you want to send something to your client, you send it directly to them while we will handle the rest one-on-one. Okay? That's the key. So now, how do we actually generate a letter? Okay. I'm going to teach you guys how to generate a basic letter in about 17 seconds. Okay? Does everybody believe me? Yes or no? Put a yes in the chat if you believe me. Put a no in the chat if you don't believe me. Damn, everybody believes me. Shit, y'all taking the fun out of it. Y'all taking the damn fun out of it. All right, ready? Thank you, Rashad. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You ready? One. This is the only AI attack we use. Now, somebody asked me if you can generate the letters together or separately. This AI attack generates everything together. You literally, if you don't want to do anything, this is why I say 17 seconds. You come to our company, you put in TPNPA. Ray will drop the code in and generate. You're done. At full speed without me explaining it. Ready? At full speed without me explaining it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Boom. Maximum print. TPMPA. Generate. Done. That's it. Without me explaining it, just go. That's it. And now we just generated a basic attack letter. Now, who is this attack letter for? This attack letter is for somebody that is, how do we say this? Financially challenged at the moment. Okay. And needs to just get their credit clean and realizes that credit takes time to clean, and they're just going to run this attack until they get their desired results. So this is what we call the financially challenged one. I want everybody to do this. If you cannot afford to get your credit cleaned, run that. It could be 3 to 6 letters. It could be a lot of pages, but it could be 3 to 6 letters. Okay. Why? Stay in the system. The system will do you right. Somebody who's selling 30 days, somebody who's selling 90 days, somebody who's selling 60-day removals and deletions and shit, they're selling you a line of garbage, and they're running fraud. They're doing fraudulent shit. That's why Rashad right now has got to call Equifax, because Equifax sent him a letter for fraud. So now what he's got to do is he's got to take an hour and a half out of his day, go call Equifax, get on the phone with a rep. When he gets on the phone with a rep, whether he calls the fraud department, whatever it is, I don't have a number, Rashad. I used to have a number. I don't have one anymore. Okay. He's got to call them, and he's got to tell the person, the rep on the phone, I can't get access to my credit report. I'm trying to buy a house and I can't get access to my credit report. And the mortgage broker tells me if I can't get access to credit report, I can't get a house. So you need to verify me over the phone right now. They'll verify you over the phone. 24 hours, you'll have a credit report. You call My Free Score now, say there was an error. They'll pull another one for you. No. So if a third part, that's a very good question, G. Very, very good question. What you do is you pause for 30 days. There is something called a comment on your credit report. I shouldn't really be giving this away in this class. This might confuse some people. Okay, I started, might as well finish. There's called something called a comment on your credit report. When you have a comment, okay, the reason that they don't move forward is because even they say something is verified, you got to call them on the bureau and say, hey, look, I saw that there's a comment on my bureau. I accept what it says. I need you to remove that comment. Okay. What happens is once they remove that comment, you send in your next round. And what will happen is now you can start your credit report fresh and credit repair fresh. That's called a 30-day reset to 45-day reset. But you can speed that reset up if you call them in and say, I accept the comment, which is verified normally, or whatever it is. And then I need that comment removed. And that's it. They'll do it. It's just a hack. Yes, Cammy.
Okay.
I'm
So just a quick question. So, let's say I have like the three bureaus, their apps on the phone, and I can see updates as they're happening in real time. Am I able to just come back to these attacks and like let's say they don't remove anything, am I able to come back to the attacks as soon as I see it updated, in the apps and just create a new attack for the whatever that situation looks like, or do I have to
no,
wait until
nope. Every 30 days.
okay.
Every 30 days or a stall letter. When you get a stall letter, you send out your next round. Or you go on the 30-day, or you go on the 30-day cycle, which every 30 days you do that. It doesn't matter if they're updated on your phone. Okay. They're doing their process. You have access to their reports, but the whole point of what you're trying to do is trying to get the removals done and get it done properly. There's something called a frivolous dispute. If you send a dispute in before the 30-day mark, they will deny it, which means you just wasted money. This software is on the price your side when it comes to printing letters. Not just me, it's just the software itself. It generates a shit ton of letters. So what happens is you do not want to waste time sending a letter off to the bureau that is going to get thrown out in the garbage. So that's why I kind of explained everything to everybody to make sure that you do an attack. You do if it's something that you need that's cost effective, you do a cost effective attack. Okay. Now, who wants to become a power user? Or a baby. Let's put, let's call power user. Put power user in the chat if you want to become power user. Cool. All right. Ready? What you're going to do is you're going to go to do it yourself attack. You're going to stay over here, still thing. and you're going to unlock the AIs. Now, when you unlock the AIs, this is what the AI screen looks like. Let me get up to the board. Let me finish this up, standing up. This will be done fairly quickly. Ready? When I unlock my attack, this is the AI. Oops. This is the AI. This box over here controls the AI. These are your AIs. Meet your AIs. SECA, MPEPs, Phenoms, PISA, Palcoms, and MPEC. Okay. I don't know. I forgot what the abbreviation for that is. Okay. Well, how they called it. Okay. So when you're looking at other softwares, you're looking for these abbreviations here. Okay. We don't care what's in front of it. Okay. Because if we go to my software, oops, go to my software and I come to AI, 7 rounds of attack. I go to the attack area. I select my client. Make samples. I come over here, do it yourself, generate. I come down, look at my ones. They're all different, right? They're all different, right? But guess what's the same? What I circled. Or what's supposedly circled. Okay? They're all the same. Because that's what we focus on. So if I go back to M2 Phenom, there you go. You see the difference? There's nothing different about the softwares, but it's understanding what it is. So what's the most aggressive attack in the software? Well, let's get pencil off. Let's get rid of all this other bull crap. That is the most aggressive attack in the software, what's highlighted in green. It's called MPEP. I want everybody to write that in the chat right now. MPEP. MPEPs. I want everybody to write that in the software. MPEP. MPEP. We're always going to write that in the software. MPEP. Okay. This is the most aggressive attack. I put you guys on the screen so I can see everybody's chat. Okay. So right now we're not at the most aggressive attack. So let's select the most aggressive attack. And we just selected the most aggressive attack. Put this box down. And now I select what round I'm in. Well, I'm in round 1 because I'm just teaching you guys. And we come over here. I'm going to get rid of this stuff. Ready? Okay. So now this is the actual what you're going to tell the AI to do. Okay. So when we go into the basic attack, so let's go over here. Let's just read the top over here. When we go into the basic attacks, we just want to learn the colors. Red, do not attack. Green, attack separately. Blue, combined. All that stuff. So when we do this, okay, and we go through all this information, right? And we're going through all this stuff. We're focused over here. So what do we think is the strongest attack in the system? This is the strongest. This is not the strongest attack because you're combining everything together. Attacking separately is the strongest way to do it. So I'm going to teach you the strongest way to do it. So we're not going to focus on blues. We're only going to focus on the green chat today. Okay. Sending them separately. Yes, Ralph. Okay. We're only going to focus on the greens. So now when we send them separately, okay, and we send them individual, now we're going to be able to attack everything that's on the board. So now what's here? This is every negative item that's categorized in credit reports. Okay. Not just this credit report, but every credit report. So what happens is the software has a default that it attacks. So what you're looking at right now is the default. Well, I don't like the default, so I select everything in green. Okay. Now, why do I select everything in green? Because if I make a stupid mistake when I'm doing this, okay, and I hit generate a letter by accident, something happens and I do something by accident, at least it's going to generate me the most aggressive attack. It's going to generate it at the most aggressive aspect that it can do. That means it's going to generate personal information individually. It's going to generate public records, inquiries, student loans, everything separately, so that all 12 of these options are generated by itself. So now it's focused on everything by itself. Make sense? Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense to everybody. Okay. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you a question. Does anybody know what's on this client's credit report? Put a 1 in the chat. If you do, put a 2 in the chat if you don't. Thank you. Nobody knows. Fantastic. Ready? Watch. Watch. This is why I do it this way. So now we're going to take the AI and we're going to hit next. Hey, AI, do me a favor. Read the credit report for us. Break it down into categories so we can read it. Okay? Okay? Right? Now, the AI has read the credit report. It gave me a pop-up box that said, hey, look, these places don't have addresses. They're flashing because creditor address, it doesn't have the creditor address. FYI, we don't focus on creditor addresses. Here's the reason why we don't focus on creditor addresses. 98% of creditor addresses are incorrect. So when you send a letter out to them, you usually get it returned in the mail. This address doesn't exist. What is that going to do? That's going to piss you off because you just wasted money, because you can't get that stamp back. You can't get that paper back. You can't get the money that you wasted back. So at the end of the day, it's not worth it. I don't teach it. That's it. End of story. So when you see this over here, flashing at the bottom, you see all these flashing numbers? Those are missing creditor addresses. But we don't care. We just send everything to the bureaus where they can go, which we know we have their addresses. Now, guys, what is the most prominent color that you see down at the bottom with these circles? And how did I find these circles? Let's go over here. Let's do this again. Okay. Oops. Oh, it doesn't want to go down. Why doesn't it want? There we go. See this little circle on the bottom? See this little circle on the bottom? I just click that circle and it gets off. Green. What does everybody think that dark green means? It's what type of account? Christina, perfect. Kofi, perfect. Gene, perfect. Kendo, no, not an inquiry, buddy. Positive account. It's all positive. What happens is think green money. Okay. There's a box over here that says hide positive accounts. Right here. See that? Does everybody see that? Let's get rid of that. Let's hide all those positive accounts. I'll click that checkbox. And I'm gonna come down over here. Christina, I'll get to you after I'm done over here. Okay. Let me finish. Let me get this going because there's a lot over here. And we're already running over where I wanted to run. Okay. Everything on the screen is 100% negative. Okay. 100% negative. It can be removed. So now what we need to do is find out what type of negative it is, write it down, and take it so when we go to our next piece. Okay. So here's how we find out what's going on. On this area over here, this is your negative item number. This is box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4. Type of reported issue. That is your negative item. That is actually what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, negative item number 1 is what? Put it in the chat. What type of negative is it? PI. Perfect. Come on, everybody. PI. Personal identification. Perfect. Personal info. Perfect. Yep. That's it. PI. Perfect. So this is PI. So we're going to write that down. How many people wrote that down? Put a 1 in the chat if you wrote that down on your piece of paper right now. Shit. You know what I'm going to do? I got the whiteboard back here for everybody that can see. I'm going to write it on the whiteboard. PI. Perfect. Let's go. I wrote it down on a whiteboard. Okay. Are you guys playing with sand? Oh, you're worse than me. All right. Okay. One in screenshot. There you go. Ready? Let's go to number two. I gotta do number two. Let's see what number two is. Oops. Let's see what negative item number two is. I'm not gonna take the bumpers off yet until everybody understands it. What's number two? Good job. Ralph, double check that. I know you know this, but just double check that. There we go. Good job, guys. So, what do? I write either IQ or INQ. Literally writing it on the board back here. IQ, INQ. Literally writing in the board behind. You guys can see that I'm literally writing there. Right here, guys. Right here, brother. Rashad, right here. Type of reported issue, negative item. Says it right there, brother. Never mind. I got you. Okay, there you go. Okay. I'm gonna leave another one up for Rashad so he can answer because Rashad's like, what's going on here? What's number three, Rashad? Come on. It's all you, brother. What's number three? Attaboy. There you go. There you go. Right? Rashad, you're gonna be the next one, right? I'm gonna do this right now. Ready? I'm gonna take the bumpers off like bowling. You're gonna tell me what this number is. Ready? Here's the green. Green's gone. Right? What's number four? What's number four, Rashad? My man. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. That's it. Perfect. So now we've already went over IQ. Okay. So I literally can go through every single one, or I tell you guys the hack. Everything in the brown color is the same thing. See? Ready? Yes, Christina. Everything that's in brown is an inquiry. So we don't need to whatchamacallit, go over each and every single one of them. Just literally clicking at this point up until 40. So everything until 40 is an inquiry. All we got to do is write it down once. So we got PI on the board. We got IQ, INQ on the board, right? Here's where I am different than everybody else. Ready? I'm going to click 41 because that's a new color. What does it say it is, ladies and gentlemen? What is it? Bingo. Bingo, 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 bingo. But why is it a different color? Well, it says it right here. Right here. It's a best inquiry, which means it's related to an account. Because it's a best inquiry related to an account, guys, right? We don't want, excuse me, we don't want to remove this because it's related to an account. This is what I teach differently than everybody else. Everybody else will tell you to remove the account because it's attached to a card. I don't do that. I tell you leave it and let it age out. Don't remove something that's attached to a card because if you remove it and it removes the card, it becomes a bigger pain in the ass to get the card reinstated because you remove the inquiry and they're going to put a brand new inquiry on top of it that's that old of that date. So if you were 6 months or a year into that inquiry, you remove that inquiry, they close that card. Now they're going to open up another inquiry. Now you have to wait another 2 years. Okay. So I just come down to the bottom over here, right? I come down to the bottom. Oops. Bear with me 1 second. To the best inquiry, and I click remove this content. Now, 42, still a negative item, is the same thing. It's a best inquiry. I remove it. I don't mess with it. I am different than everybody else. 2 inquiries aren't going to kill me. Okay? But here's the thing. Nobody will teach you that. The reason that they won't teach you that, the software can do it. Yes, the software absolutely can do it. But what happens when it closes the account? Are you going to know how to open up the account if you're brand new at this and still wet behind the ears? Absolutely not. If you took a client on, are you going to know how to get that card reinstated? No. So you're going to start panicking and you're going to say, yeah, the software works, but it put me in a bad situation. Then you're going to close up shop. So what do? We learn what to remove the right way from the beginning. If it says best inquiry, don't touch it. If it's attached to account, don't touch it. Leave it alone. Just let it rock. Okay? Put a 1 in the chat if everybody understands that. Yes, we click the red box that says remove this content if it is a best inquiry. Perfect. Cool. We'll make sure that everybody understands that. Fantastic. A lot of people understand that. All right. Cool. Let's go to the let's go to the next number. 87. What's 87? Beautiful, 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 beautiful. What's 87, ladies and gentlemen? Let's type it in the chat. Nope. G, you gotta fill that in. Delinquency late 1-2. Thank you, Miss Christina Harvey. But let me ask you a question. Is it a delinquency late? Is it a medical late? Is it a student loan late? What type of late is it? Rashad, you in the wrong box again, bro. Stop worrying about the credit report. AODL, Miss Sheree, you still missing numbers. Why do we do this, guys? I do this because this is how you guys are learning how to read a credit report. If you're not reading the credit report correctly, it is not. No, guys, stop looking at the box down there. That's a box has got nothing to do with it. Okay. Focus right there. Focus right there, ladies and gentlemen. What type of credit report is it? What type of reporting issue is it? Is it a student loan? Is it a medical or what? What's in that negative report type of reported issue? Guys, you're looking all over the place. You're shooting in the wind. Look at what is in box 2, ladies and gentlemen. Do not look anywhere else but box 2. Stop shooting in the wind. I gave you all the tools. What type of late? All other. Thank you, Mr. Ivy. That's it. All other. Stop looking everywhere else. Look what the software gives you, because the software doesn't have mortgage on it, doesn't have anything. So when we're doing the red, green, and blue boxes, literally this is what it says. All other delinquency lates 1-2, aka AODL 1-2. That's how we have to focus on it. AODL 1-2. Now I'm going to write that down on the board. Because if we don't look at what it says and we don't look at the red, green, and blue boxes, right? And what it's in the red, green, and blue boxes, that's when we start to make errors. Okay? That's when we start to make errors. That's why I say I spend a lot of time here and I'm not taking questions here. Here's the focus. I need to make sure that people understand this. Why is it that box? Why do I circle that box? Why do I say focus on box 2? I don't care what everything else says. Nothing else on this screen is actually going to help me if I don't know what the credit report has and what this software is looking for. This software is only looking for this box right here, because this is how it finds and tells the AI, hey, I need you to write a letter for AODL 1-2. Please. That's what it says when it's asking him to write the prompt. And this is what then it will fill in all the information. But if you don't have how this is going to write this information, right? You don't know that, then it's going to mess up. Does that make sense to everybody? Or are we still a little off? Do we want to try another one? Beautiful. One more time. All right. Ready, Nola? Ready, Nola? Ready, Rashad? I'm going to click the next negative item. Ready? What's 88? I mean, this is perfect that this was right after that one. Student loan what, guys? Finish it. Finish it. Student loan what? Student loan derogatory late 3+. Here we go. Student loan derogatory late 3+. Fill out that whole box, guys. It's not a delinquency. It's a derogatory. It's not a delinquency. It's a derogatory. Thank you, Hakeem. SLDL 3+. There you go. SLDL 3+. We're going to learn the abbreviations real quick. Yep, it's a derogatory late. Okay, I'm going to write that on the board since Hakeem and Sheree got it. SLDL 3+. I'm going to put that off the board over here. SLDL 3+. I'm writing it down when you all should be writing it down too. Okay. Right? Let's go to another one. Everybody's going to get this wrong. Everybody's going to get this wrong, but that's okay. I just want you to get it right to get it wrong. So if you get it right here, then I can teach you how to get it really right. What's this one, guys? Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right, OGs, what is this one? I know I got a few OGs in the room. Where are my OGs at? No OGs? We got no OGs in the room? Let me see. Who's in this room? Oh, we got no OGs in the room. Shit.
We have one Alicia.
Alicia's being
Tyrone.
quiet. Alicia's being quiet. I know that. She focused on something else. Okay. All right. No problem. Ready? Yes. Not you, Ray. You're not allowed to answer. Ready? Check this out. This is not whatchamacallit, CO or COI. There is no COI because there's only student loan charge off and collection. There's medical charge off and collection. And then there's AOCC, all other charge off and collections. So when you all got it right, this is the only one that doesn't make sense. I don't know why. Ray, send James the
I
attendance sheet.
Okay.
Okay. This is what happens. This is the only part that I don't like that this software does is they should have had it AOCC, just all other charge off and collections. That's all it is. Nope. All other charge off and collection, all other. I'm not doing sold debt. I'm not doing any of that stuff. Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. Literally where we're at, guys, here, ready? Let me show you on software. Let me go over here. Let me break this down for you guys. Ready? Here, when I select this, I go here. This is what you're focused on. This is literally what you're focused on. Everything is here. What you guys are doing over here right now is trying to fill this out over here. So if I'm in this software, right, and we just did this, I have everything off. I just got personal information. I just got inquiries. I just did all other. I did student loan, right? And I just did this. That's how it works. So when you're looking at this, this is what you're looking at. That's what we're doing that side for in reading the credit report so we can come over here and do that. Okay, so let's go back over here. Let's finish this credit report, even though we just turned it on. Literally just turned it on. That's all the AI needed. Okay, so that was 89, right? Let's go to 90. What's 90, ladies and gentlemen? Perfect. 91. Atta girl, Nola. Good job. Hakeem, good job. Same, Miss Moses. Good job. Good job, guys. 92. What's 92, ladies and gentlemen? Promise you I was going to make it easy. Perfect. Perfect. 93. What's 93? I literally wrote AOCC on the thing. It's still up on the board. Let me get rid of that. Okay. 94. What's 94, guys? Rashad, no. Read the board, bro. I got to clean my monitor off. This monitor is about to go. AODL 1-2. Wow. You guys catching on quick. Let's go. 95. What the? Oh, family just got another dog. All right. 96. Last one. What's 96? Yeah, I got them all. Oh no, I was missing the ALCC. Let me write the ALCC on the board. A O C C. Perfect. Cool. What we got over here? AODL. SLDL 3 plus. Perfect. Perfect. Good job, guys. Okay. Now, set up the screen. We go down to the bottom. Right. That was the last credit report. We come over here. We read this. We make sure all our information is JPEG. So all the JPEG, PNG, make sure that all this is uploaded. Now I do a little hack. I do first name, last name, ID, first name, last name, social security, first name, last name, proof of address or POA. Now this one's passport card. So this one's passport card. When I do that, everything's perfect. I see everything's perfect. Let's go. Let's go up to the top, do another check. Great. Ali is just on fire today. I go over here. I go to top. I come to client info. And I come over here. And now it's the, this is right. 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 Great. This client's ready to generate this letter. Let's go to general settings. Let's reset the whole system. Come back to the AI box. AI box. Click indemnity on. Click it off. Select my attack. And now you're ready to roll. Now, did everybody write all those negative items down? I mean, technically I did, but yes or no, put it in the chat. Yep. All right, somebody read them out to me. Ray, if somebody puts their hand up, read them out to me.
Sure.
Click check all on red, and then somebody read them out to me. Oh, it's hurting. Oh, big stretch.
No one?
No one wants to raise their hand and read them out to me?
There's just one.
Christina has a question, so as soon as we're done. Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Literally. Cancel. Click it. Hit the check mark. Hit it on. Hit it off. Select the thing. That's it. That was it.
It's a total
Literally click. What happened? Who said that?
Rashad.
What's up? Hit me.
The negative items, you got PI for personal information,
Thank you, sir.
IQ for inquiries,
Thank you, sir.
AODL1-2 for all other delinquencies one.
Perfect. Keep going.
SLDL 3 plus for student loan, derogatory rate,
Thank you.
AOCC for all other charge-offs.
You just did it yourself. Do me a favor. How many green check marks are on the screen, sir?
How many green? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How many credit bureaus are there?
3.
3 times 5 is what?
3 times 5 is 15.
Put that in the first box over here. Put 15. The rest is default. You are done. Literally, you hit next.
They just get to raise their hand.
You hit include all 3 bureaus. Done. Generate your credit report. You're done.
Thank you, Nola.
You did a fantastic job, sir.
Thank you.
That is it. We are done. That is all of it. It's not hard. People make this seem extravagant. Now, I haven't done this in a while, but I'm going to do this today, right? I'm going to run this shit at full speed so you guys can see how quick this is. This is not hard. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay? Watch. I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to go back to the home screen. And I'm going to do this from thing. Ray, get your stopwatch out.
Got it.
Tell me on 3. Don't 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go.
When I come down here, I go to the send rounds of attack. I go to the attack area. I select my client. When I select my client, I click do it yourself. Okay. I'm not going to click printing for here. Okay. Because I'm just running this. I'm going to go to the thing. I'm going to select the most aggressive attack. I'm going to shut the other one off. I'm going to go over here, run this. I'm going to select green over here and then hit next because we're just getting the credit report. After I get the credit report, after everything is run, I click OK. I scroll down, I hit odd positive items, I get over here. So now all I got to do is, this is personal information. This is inquiries. This is all other derogatory late 1-2. This is student loan 3+, AOCC 96, is student loan 3+. Come over here, check this out. Boom, 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 boom. This is perfect. Okay, go back up to the top. Go to client info. This is perfect. Okay, come over here. Turn it on, turn it off. I know everybody's going to ask me, well, why didn't you remove the other stuff? Because I'm not generating the letter. So I'm going to remove it when I generate the letter. So do. Count my boxes. 5 times 3 is 15. Default. Ready? I'm going to remove those 2 inquiries. Click OK. Oop, make sure that's clicked. Come over here. Move 41. Move 42. Back up to the top. Generate. I'm done.
1 minute 47 seconds.
1 minute 47 seconds.